family, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Selina Zinchuk. In today's video, I am going to be sharing how I trim my own ends at home. My hair is in dire need of a trim and I plan not to straighten my hair this year. So I decided to just blow it out and trim my own ends. First thing first, you will need your scissor. This scissor is only for my hair. I don't use it on anything else. I would recommend that you choose a scissor that you just keep specifically just for your hair. And then I also love to trim my ends in a way that I wear my hair. And most of the time, that's how I wear my hair out of middle or a little bit on the side. So that's exactly how I'm going to trim it. One thing I would recommend before trimming your hair, make sure that your hair is clean. Before reaching this far, I already did my complete hair routine. I used my complete hair care line, my Selina Zinchuk hair care line. I will leave my website down below in case you are interested in it. And then I also did a Ayurvedic treatment on my hair, and I also did a hot oil treatment on my hair. And then I used the Ref Air blow dryer to be able to scratch my hair, and this is how far we are. So I decided to trim little by little. As you saw the first trim, it was just a little bit that I cut off. I wouldn't make this mistake because before I would trim so much at the beginning, and then by the time I notice I've already trimmed too much. So nowadays, if I'm trimming my ends, I trim little. I can always trim more out instead of me just trimming a whole big branch out. So I wouldn't show a lot on camera, but what I'm doing, I'm cutting it about 3 to 4 times. And then after that, I will also measure it, see both of them are equal before putting it away. One big tip I will give you when trimming your hair at home is that you should try to blow dry your hair out even if you don't want to straighten it. Before I used to trim my hair in a curly state, and I can attest to it that you wouldn't be able to see those fingernails or those ends clearly. But once your hair is in a blow dry state, you can clearly see how much you need to cut off. You can also feel and see the knots. I know when our hair is curly and when you trim it in curly state is also uneven, that's fine. That's how natural hair is. It doesn't have to be blonde straight. But for you to be able to make sure you get all those dead ends out, I would recommend that you at least blow dry your hair out. I'm not saying straighten your hair. Straightening your hair is fine to get all those dead ends out, but at least if you blow dry your hair out, you will be able to see all those dead ends that you need to get away. So this is how much that I trim out, and immediately I can tell that my ends feel so healthy. Now the big question is, how often should you trim your ends? That's actually depend on you. How often do you trim your ends? Mine, I do not follow the 4 weeks rule or the 3 month rule or the 2 weeks rule because I take care of my hair on a consistent basis and I do less manipulation with my hair. My routine have changed. Nowadays, I wash my hair only once a month, and then after that, I just put it in a protective style. And then after 2 weeks, I take it down, re-moisturize my hair, and put it back up. So I trim my hair once a year and I dust my ends every 3 months. When I say dust, I mean just dust. My ends not trim. If I see a fairy knot or I see some struggling ends, I will just chop it off in between the year. But I do not have a fixed schedule to say that, oh, I have to trim my hair every 3 weeks or I have to trim my hair every 3 months. No, I don't follow that rule and I find it worked for me. Now it depends on you. If you are someone who trim your hair very often. And if it's working for you, then I would say continue on that routine. According to science, our hair should grow half an inch some a month. Some people grow less, some people grow more. So if you are someone who grow less hair, then if you are trimming your hair every 3 weeks, that means you are not seeing any growth from what you want. So I don't follow that rule. I just trim my hair when needed, and I just keep my ends healthy. Talking about healthy, another way I started taking care of my hair is from within. I started taking a lot of vitamins to also help to grow my hair from within. And I can see that it is really working for me. It is great to take care of our hair from outside. You need to make sure you keep your hair moisturized. You need to make sure you wash your hair, you clean your scalp, you shampoo your hair, you deep condition your hair, you try Ayurvedic treatment. But sometimes when you're doing all of those things, it's growing your hair from outside, but we have problem internally which could be causing a lot of damage to our hair from within. So since I started taking my hair vitamins and different forms of vitamins that are great for our hair, I also noticed my hair feels more softer. My hair is growing very long. If you would love to see my various types of vitamins that are included within my hair routine, I will leave that video down below in the description box. I made a whole video about it and show you guys exactly all what I was going to start taking for my hair, and I am still being very consistent with that. I make sure I take my vitamins every day. Okay, family, so this is how my hair is looking after trimming my ends, and my ends feel so great. So if you love this video, please do not forget to give me a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video.